The double murder trial of Alex Murdaugh is coming to an end. The defense is now making its final case, trying to convince a jury the once powerful South Carolina lawyer did not murder his wife and son. Once the prosecution gets a chance to respond, the jury will start deliberating. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest now from the courthouse in Walterboro.
Jurors soon to weigh the fate of disgraced lawyer Alex Murdaugh, accused of brutally killing his wife Maggie and youngest son Paul. Today, the defense's last chance to convince the jury he didn't do it.
Even if the financial day of reckoning was impending, if it was right there, Alex would not have killed the people he loved the most in the world. There's no evidence that he would do that.
It comes after the prosecution's closing arguments and the jury's rare visit to the crime scene at the family's estate, where Murdaugh claims he found his wife and son shot dead. Taken there at the dog kennels, a video the night of the murder, just minutes before investigators say Maggie and Paul were killed. Witnesses saying they heard Murdaugh's voice in that video. After denying being there for months, Murdaugh admitted days ago he was there.
Why in the world would an innocent, reasonable father and husband lie about that?
Murdaugh testifying he was scared police would suspect him, adding his opioid addiction caused him paranoia.
I would never intentionally do anything to hurt either one of them.
The state arguing the fourth-generation lawyer committed the murders as a last-ditch effort to preserve his legal legacy and gain sympathy, just as his law firm was on the verge of uncovering millions of dollars worth of alleged financial crimes.
Fooled Maggie and Paul too, and they paid for it with their lives. Don't let him fool you too.
One juror had to be replaced this morning after it was determined that she had been talking about the trial with her friends. Now, once deliberation actually begins, it could take anywhere from hours to days for the jury to reach a verdict. The judge already saying they're prepared to stay through the weekend if they have to. In Walterboro, M. Wynn, Channel 6 Action News.